I've been seeing so many fake things online, not just AI, but it seems like every week I'm hearing about a new creator that was like, haha, gotcha. I've been fooling my audience the entire time, and this drives me crazy. So I put together an AMA on YouTube community recently because I just want to have some real conversations with y'all and let you know that this is real. So today we're going to talk about video games, Ronnie James Dio, and stage fright. Question number 1. What's my all-time favorite video game and OST? This question is difficult to answer, so I'm going to go like levels deeper and sort of categorize a few things. So first of all, the video game that I have clocked the most hours in is easily Diablo 3. But I love all of the Diablo series. I mean, we even have like secret lab chairs that are Diablo themed, Diablo 4 specifically. Even in the background there, that's Lilith. And I like Diablo just because sometimes it's been a long day and you're frustrated and you really gotta go slay something. It's really easy to just hop into the game and hack and slash. However, while I've played the most hours of Diablo, I don't think it's necessarily the most incredible soundtrack, even though the sound is very good. For the best game soundtrack and really overall playthrough experience, I'm gonna have to go to Journey. This music was written by Austin Wintory. It was just an enormous breakthrough for video games as well regarding awards. If you haven't played Journey all the way through, I highly encourage it, or just go listen to the music. It is transcendental. It is just one of the most incredible spiritual experiences I've ever had playing a video game. I have to admit, I also really just enjoy watching video games, and the game I've enjoyed watching played the most is Elden Ring. I think that it has such gorgeous graphics. The sound design throughout is amazing. It's also such an immense universe, and the lore is profound. Through and through, I think it deserved every single award that it won. And I have to talk about my favorite game category to play as well, which maybe doesn't clock the most hours, but I'm actually more eager to play than Diablo. And that is co-op indie games. We're talking like For the King, Trine, I loved Kalimba, Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. These are all games that aren't massive in size, but you play with your friends and you discover how the game is built together with your friends. I just love the way that that builds friendships. It's one of my favorite uses of video games. Next question. If I could ask Ronnie James Dio 3 questions, what would I ask? Number 1, what is the source of generosity in his sound? I think he is one of the most giving singers on stage. He overflows with love, essentially. And I want to know more about where that's coming from. Is that part of his inner messaging? Does he get pumped up before he goes on stage? Is it that just natural? I think that that is one of the things that goes so beyond vocal technique. I want to know essentially the philosophy he has behind his singing. Second question goes with the third question for Dio, okay? I want to know what operatic role he would be most interested in singing. And then I would ask him if he'd be willing to sing a duet with me from that opera. It doesn't matter who the duet is for, I can rearrange it or whatever. I just want it to be something he would enjoy singing. And I want to sing with him. Because when you sing with somebody, you learn so much about their voice. There's this way that the voices intertwine. It's like you feel a similar resonance. It's so incredible. And rather than asking all of the questions about vocal technique, I want to experience what his vocal technique feels and feel what that's like singing with him. See if I can almost have the same experience of his voice, but in my face. So, as bold as it would seem, I would ask him to sing an operatic duet with me. Final question that I'm going to answer today from y'all is, how did you deal with stage fright and anxiety? This is so tough. I was not the kind of person who has no stage fright or anxiety. I would say I was very much on the side of lots of anxiety about performing. And I think there are actually very few people who experience no stage fright. In fact, like 0.01%. But I had a mentor give me a really, really good saying back when I was studying in Germany, actually. And they said, your message is more important than your fear. I turned this into a mantra. And when I would start to feel really, really nervous, I would remember my message is more important than my fear. I say that to myself today in nervous situations still. It applies to so much more than singing, but when you're going up on stage, it didn't work for me to try to just shove my fear off to the side and try to ignore it. I had to acknowledge it and then acknowledge that there was something greater than my fear. My message is more important than my fear. Thank you everyone for asking questions in the AMA. I am gonna still take some more and answer them later. We're just gonna put those in different videos so you have different subjects to get into. And if you've got some more questions, go ahead and put those down below. I might do this a little more often. We'll see. We'll see how you like it. You get to be the guide as always on the Charismatic Voice. May you fall more in love with music every day.